Okay, so let's go into the workbook, and I need you to be on page 241, and let's just go through some examples. I think the best way to do it is just to practice, right? So we're going to look at number 4, and this is in your workbook, and yes, I know the workbook does it for you, but it's good for you to see me do it and also to see how the book is doing it as well, because you can use this as a reference. So here we go. All right, so when we divide, this first number is the one that goes under the house. Now, I do not like to put this extra 0. If there is a 0 in front of the decimal point, all that means is that there's no whole number. So why bother putting it? So I'm not going to put that extra 0 because I think it gets confusing enough with all those zeros. And then we're going to divide. Now, again, I'm not going to use this decimal, this 0 on the outside, 1800ths. All right, so as we look at this problem, remember, in order to divide decimals, this outside number needs to be a whole number. So I'm going to move the decimal point right until I get to the end of the number to make it a whole number. I moved that twice, so I need to move this one twice. So, and then at this point, just bring up that decimal point. And now we're ready to go in terms of the actual division itself. So 18 cannot go into 0, can't go into 0. Can 18 go into 9? No. So I'm going to put a 0 there, actually. So I still have this 9 out here. I have no other numbers. So you're going to add zeros. You take what you need. So now I'm going to go over one more 0. So how many 18s go into 90? All right. Now, I know that 20 times 5 is 100. So this is pretty close to 20. This is pretty close to 100. Let's try it. So let's try 5. Maybe I get lucky. 8 times 5, carry the 4. Look at that. It worked out. It's 90. So when I subtract, I get 0. So the 5 goes here. So the answer is 5 hundredths. Remember, this is hundredths. And that's our answer. Okay, so on the bottom of the page, on page 241, I want you to do got it D and got it F. Just pause the video and go ahead and work on those problems for me. Okay, so you should have done got it D and got it F. Let's see how you did and check your answers. All right, so let's do D and F. All right, so first number goes under the house. That's the dividend. All right, now remember, this extra 0, I don't put it because you see all those zeros. Isn't it confusing? So I'm going to do that. All right, so now I know that I need to make this outside number a whole number. Once, twice, 3. So once, twice, 3. I need to fill in with 2 zeros, don't I? There we go. I'm going to bring up the decimal point, and now we could do our long division. So 14. 14 cannot go into 5. But we have to figure out how many 14s go into 56. So this is about 15. Let's try 4 and see what happens. 4, 16, carry the 1. I guess I got lucky. So it was 4 because 4 times 14 is 56. When you subtract, you bring down the 0. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind is you still have 2 more zeros here. You don't have any other numbers, so you're going to fill that in with 2 zeros. So your answer is 400. All right, now let's try this last one. How'd you do? So this first number is what goes in the house. Remember, you don't need that 0 on the outside. So 4/10 divided by 25. Now here I want you to notice it is a whole number. We're good to go. So all you do is you bring up the decimal point and you're going to divide. This is where you need to realize what the difference is between when you have a whole number and when you don't have a whole number. So can 25 go into 4? No, actually I'm going to put a 0 there because you have a decimal point here. So let's add a 0. 25 goes into 40. Well, I think of this as quarter. I think of this as money. Every time I see 25, you're going to hear me say quarter. And yes, I know you're going to make fun of me every time I say it. I come from Connecticut, so I guess I say it funny. So think of this as money, 25 cents, right? Well, if I double this, it's 50, so I know that's too much. So it's only 1. So now I subtract. So when I subtract, I get 15. I still have remainder, so add some zeros. So let's add a 0. All right, so 25 cents into $1.50. Well, I know 4 of them make 100, and then another 2 would make 150. So I'm thinking 6. So let's try it. 30, 12, and 3 is 150. So, yep, that would be a 6. So when you subtract, you get 0. So our answer is 16 thousandths. Look at where you put those decimals. You got to take the time to make sure you're lining everything up. Okay. So let's turn the page and let's do the real world problem that's on the next page, which would be page 242. Should be following along in the workbook. Now, the book does do this problem outright, so you can see how it is, but I want you to underline the key words as I'm doing this because these words are important to helping you decide, are you going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? So let's look at this. Looks like we have a chart on internet users based on 2008. It says, how many times as many internet users are there in Japan than Spain? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the fact that I need only Japan and Spain. Those are the two numbers I'm going to use. So it says, how many times as many? Believe it or not, you have to work backwards to figure that out. And that was what we put on our key list, right? So we have to do 127 and 4/10 divided by 40 and 4/10. And you can see the book does this. I shouldn't run out of time, so we should be able to go through this. Hopefully I don't run out of room. All right, 40 and 4/10. All right, so I'm going to use some color so you can see it a little bit better. Maybe use this color blue. It looks nice. All right, so I'm going to move this over once because I need to make it a whole number. Move this over once. Then bring up the decimal point, and this is where I'm going to divide. So 404 can't go into 1. It can't go into 12. It can't go into 127. So now I got to figure out how many of these go into this. So remember my trick. I'm going to cover up 2 of the numbers. So 4 into 12 is 3. So I'm going to try on the side over here. I'm going to try times 3 and see what happens. So 12, carry the 1. Well, that seems to work. So the 3 goes here. So 1,212. This one's a little bit of a more challenging division problem. So subtract, I get 62. Since I have a remainder, I need to add some zeros. So let's just keep adding zeros. All right, if I double this, it's going to be 800 and something. So I know it's only going to go in once. So subtract 404. That's where I'm going to have to borrow, it looks like. So 6, 1, 216. Still have numbers, so I'm going to have to add another 0. All right, so this is where I use that trick with the 2 fingers, or with my fingers. So I'm going to cover up 2 numbers here, cover up 2 numbers here. So 4 into 21. So I'm going to try 5. Remember, don't get rid of any of your math when you do it on the side. Don't erase it. So it looks like I get 2020. Wow, this is just going to keep going for a while, huh? All right, so let's look at what the problem says. It says round to the nearest tenth. So this is probably the best time for me to talk about rounding. So when you're doing your homework, just pay special attention to where they say you're going to round to. So they only want us to round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to get rid of all of this, okay? So I'm going to get rid of this because I want you to see. So we know that our answer, and you can see that how they worked out the problem actually. So our answer was 3, 1, 5, and it would have kept going. It says round to the nearest tenth. So this is what I do. You'll see me do this all the time. It says tenths. So here's where I need to cut it off, and I always cut it off there. So if they want me to round to the nearest tenth, I should only be 1 place after the decimal point. So the rule is, look at the next number. 5 or more, you add 1 more. 4 or less, you let it rest. So since this is a 5, I'm going to add 1 more to the 1. So our answer, rounded to the nearest tenth, is 3 2/10. And that concludes today's lesson. Please work on your homework. Your homework may take you a while. Please show all of the work. Good luck.